the paper then and there, immediately after the examination hall. Jai Mata Di, whatever has to happen will happen. It is not in my control. I might as well just go home without tension. If you're carrying the tension home, it's bound to give you another level of tension to open and check whether you've cleared or not. Don't carry it. Simple. All right. Now let us get started. We are going to spend 54 minutes. All those of my friends who are going to write your examination day after tomorrow, first thing, relax. All right. I am confident that you've fairly done your part of revision, first time study, multiple studies, all that we would have done. And I am very confident of the fact that you will be able to sail through. Now, what is the whole agenda? 45 minutes or 50 minutes that we spend, we are going to just strategize on how we are going to spend our 1.5 day. Everyone with me? Understanding? Yes. So first thing, let me know if the screen is visible. Is the screen visible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful name for a reason. All right. Refresh to relax. Irrespective of however, whatever it is. Like I've already started the session by saying, please relax. If your paper is good, great. If your paper wasn't good, anyway, you can't change anything now. Chill, muddy. All right. Now, the only thing that you're going to do is focus for the next 1.5 day only on my immediate paper called law. What are we going to do? We are going to look at first half an hour or first 20 minutes. I'm just going to talk about all the generic stuff wherein, excuse me, wherein we are going to look into couple of important pointers which we usually miss out in examination, which will cost us an attempt. We will not do that mistake. All right. Why have I tagged this slide? If you see the title of the slide is gentle reminder, because I would have discussed this at several occasions. Now I'm just consolidating it and putting it at one place. That's it. Nothing else. All right. Sit straight. Listen to me very carefully. Please relax. Calm down with your eyebrows at peace. Those of you are all tensed, relax. And let's begin. The first thing, all right, it's a theory paper. The paper which you just wrote today was a practical paper for all obvious reasons. All right. Now, this is going to be a theory paper. Doesn't mean that I'm going to write storytelling, Panchatantra stories and come back home. Answer is no. You're going to write only in pointers. Am I clear, everyone? All right. Now, sir, pointers means, can I just write 3 words and come for each of the point? Let the evaluator guess what my answer can be. You're not playing with them. They are not going to fill in the blanks. You will write enough to give the meaning of each and every word. All right. Everything must have, ensure that you keep it descriptive. You keep it as detailed as possible, but please split your answers into pointers. Am I clear, everyone? Now, sir, if it is a 4 marker, sit straight, everyone. Don't need support. Sit straight. If it is a 4 marker, how much should I write? If it is a 2 marker, how much should I write? If it is a 5 marker, how much should I write? Most of the time we get confused. Please ensure if it is a 4 marker, you write 6 to 7 points. If it is a 2 marker, you write at least 4 points. Clear, everyone? For a 2 marker, if you write an answer equal to a 5 marker, you will still get 2 marks only. You will not get extra love from the evaluator there. Am I making sense? Everyone with me? All right. Please do ensure that you know how much has to be written. My problem with students is if you don't know anything in the answer script, come back home telling that I was not able to perform well. I can understand because you didn't know anything. You knew, but still you didn't finish the paper. It is a crime. 100% according to me, it is a crime. Why? You knew, still you were not able to complete the paper. That means you didn't know how much to write for each of the pointers. That means you didn't know how much is to be written for a 2 marker, for a 4 marker. That's why you were not able to complete the paper. Please note, everybody sitting here has to write a 100 marker question paper and come back home. You're not going to write for 80, 70, 60 and come back home. Am I clear? Everyone understanding? First point, loud and clear. Yes. Second thing, when you write in pointers, please ensure that you are going to give keywords and underline the keywords. Time and again in the presentations that we have seen in the sessions as well, you've seen I have always highlighted keywords because I want to draw the attention of the reader only to the extent of the keywords. Am I clear? Everyone understanding? Please ensure every answer that you write has a keyword attached, and the keyword has to be highlighted, underline. Same pen, pencil, whatever you're using, use the same pen, underline it immediately, and go to the next one. Clear? Everyone with me? Next, third thing. First answer that you're going to write, please ensure you keep the best foot forward. You get 15 minutes just to see which will be your opening batsman. All right. After your middle order comes, you are playing with your opening batsman. That does not make sense. It's nonsense. Am I there? Are you guys there? Everyone understanding? All right. Please ensure in the first 15 minutes, you decide which is the best question I know, and that is what is going to create the best impression on the evaluator. Guys, please remember, on the other side, you don't have machines which are evaluating your answers. It's a human being. So psychologically, even you will have to play with them. First answer has to be the best answer so that they can get the confidence on the rest of the questions that you write. Am I making sense? Everyone with me? To an extent, that will boost your confidence also, because the moment your first answer is over, you know you've done well. Now you can proceed with the rest. Making sense? Everyone with me? All right. Next thing. Sleep well, please. I don't have to mention this. Just because you have 1.5 days, you have a lot of topics to cover, does not mean that you'll sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours. I have narrated my stories during the classes several times. You don't become an example for somebody else by sleeping less and costing an attempt. Don't do that mistake. Ensure that you sleep well. Now, what is well? That depends on you. I can't say that you have to sleep for 10 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. That's your decision. You decide what is well. You have to be fresh enough on the day of examination. Next. Don't compromise on your sleep. I've repeated this. Write a page with the pen which you intend to use. All right, please ensure that whichever pen you're intending to use, scribble at least one page and go, so that your pen becomes a little smoother. Small things, but makes a lot of difference. Small things, but makes a lot of difference. Am I making sense? Everyone with that? All right. Next, carry water. That calms you down. Dispose the question paper immediately after the examination. Don't open and check how much have you scored. How many of you sitting here had done this today? How many of you sitting here have done this today of checking how much you've got? If you've done 100%, you've done some blunder. Don't do this in the rest of the papers. All right. And I'm telling this for all the papers. I'm not talking about only one paper. Attitude matters. In a worst case scenario, I don't know even one question. Stay calm. I know everything in the question. Stay calm. The problem is the moment you think that you know everything in the question paper, you get overconfident and you do mistakes like writing wrong question numbers. Live example. I'm giving my own example. All right. One of the papers, absolutely great. CA Inter, the same person who is talking to you right now has done this blunder. So talking out of experience. All right. God's grace, I cleared in the first attempt, but I was very close. Problem was, paper went on extremely well, but I had written wrong question number. Are you understanding small blunders that we can do? So stay calm, irrespective of whether you know everything or you don't know anything. Stay calm. You will be able to realize. You will be able to remember what is important. Those of you who are scared that, sir, what if I'm not able to remember the answer? What if I'm not able to recall the answer? Stay calm. I am assuring you, with 10 seconds of just deep breath, you will be able to recall the topics once again. You've been there in the sessions, honestly. You've attended the sessions, honestly. You will be able to recall the topics. That's my assurance to you guys. With me, everyone? All right. Next. Read the question carefully. This is one of the biggest problem with all of us. All right. We read the last line and assume I don't know the question itself. I don't know the answer. Don't do this mistake. Let's suppose there's a question on Nidhi Company. The moment we heard Nidhi Company, we have already concluded that I don't know what is Nidhi Company, so I'll not know the answer. Don't do this mistake. It might be a very simple question. It might have an answer in the question itself. You stay focused when you're reading the question. Don't assume that you don't know the answer. Please read and then take a call. Next, don't panic. Please be very much at calm. In a situation where you know everything, still stay calm. Where you don't know anything, stay calm. You will be able to recall. All right. Next, no wrong section. Now coming to a couple of very small technicals. All right. Like I've already mentioned, I'll be spending 20 minutes on all this general gyan. because we miss out on this itself. We know everything, but we don't know this. I know the name of the, I know the section number. I know the subsection number. I will write. I know the section number. I don't know the subsection number. I will write only the section number, name of the act. I don't know the section number. I will just write the name of the act. I don't know the name of the act as well. Then there is something wrong in the preparation itself. But nevertheless, all right. If I don't know the name of the act also, I will write as per the provisions of law. Don't come home writing wrong section numbers thinking that the evaluator is your relative and give you marks. Nobody will do that. Am I making sense? Everyone with me? By mistake, if you try doing KBC, MCQ, Rangoli competition there, please note you will end up losing marks. That will irritate the evaluator and they will scratch your answers. Am I making sense? Everyone there? All right. Next. Don't watch others in the examination hall who is coming, who's leaving. You don't have to get carried away. Time for 4 markers and 2 markers cannot be the same. I've told you already about it. Try presentation formats. Now, listen to me very carefully. Praveen, should I write only paragraphs? Answer is no. Write down in parts. Can I write tables? Let's suppose if the question is differentiate between LLP and company. Please don't think you are so lucky that they'll ask that question. They won't. All right. But let's suppose you are super lucky and they've asked this question. Differentiate between LLP and company. Can I write in table? 100% you can put tables there. Please note, are other forms of presentations allowed? Answer is yes. Flowcharts, if you're writing, please ensure your flowcharts are complete. All right. Don't write one word for the evaluator to guess what could have been under this arrow mark, that arrow mark. That is not what we are expecting to do. All right. We are going to write detailed answers, but different formats are allowed. Answer is yes. Next. 148 sections, 10 chapters. I will come to the detailed analysis. All right. Rules, writing pattern. All right. Now I'll come to the other important 2-3 pointers. How do we write, sir? Answers. All right. How do we write the name, section numbers? How do we write the answers? 2 things. Check what kind of question is it. Is it a case study or is it a direct question? If it is a case study oriented question, we know the format. What is the format? Facts of the case, provision of law, analysis, conclusion. Everybody clear? If it is a direct question, write a short note on, say, small company. Very simple. All right. Small company is defined in section 2, clause 85 of the Companies Act 2013. Small company means a company, blah, 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 blah. All right. This is how you write an answer. Please note, if possible, give 1 line of introduction, main answer, 1 line of conclusion for every question possible. That will give you a decent flow in writing your answers. With me, everyone? All right. So this is one benefit, and this is how you're going to write the answers. Other laws. All right. Again, when I'm coming into the technical aspect, I will take you through how to go about with the other laws. Few case laws relevant. If you can recall a few case laws, because you will come across case laws in your General Clauses Act and interpretation of statute. You will come up across a few case laws there. As far as possible, keep a few case laws handy so that in case if required, you will be able to quote that. Understanding, everyone? All right. Now, last point. The kind of language I went through the answer script of a few students last time. All right. Last attempt itself. They had sent it to me. They had called it. They had called and I saw the answers. You're writing examination as if you're writing a love letter to your friend. The act tells that. The act says that. What is say, what is tell? If you're writing such answers, if your language is this colloquial, do you think the evaluator will give you marks for a CA inter exam? Sir, then what should we write? We use only 2 words. The act or the section states that. The act or the section provides that. Simple 2 words, which I'm going to use everywhere. I am not going to use the word the section tells, that section says. Don't personify something which does not exist. Am I clear? Everyone making sense? Everyone there? All right. This is about the language that we are going to use. I've already told you there can be 2 types of questions. Direct question, case study. You plan accordingly and you're going to write. First question has to be the best question that you're going to answer. For that, 15 minutes have been allotted. Now coming to question page numbers and what needs to be written, how things have to be written. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Just allow me a second. Let me know now if it is visible. Insist you to keep your cameras on. Is it visible now? Let's suppose,
Yes, sir.
all right, let's suppose this is my answer script. Now, how do I write the answer, sir? Let's suppose it is question 2A. All right, you write question 2A, 2B, all right, 2C. All of these can be in a fresh page. Every answer in a new page. Very clear. First point, every answer can be in a new page. Very clear. Now, what happened? Last attempt I had made this statement, and what our very smart students have done is they've written 2A, one line, and left the entire page blank. They've gone to 2B, they've written one line, left the entire page blank. Why? Sir, you only told no. Every answer in a new page. For God's sake, use your common sense in such cases. When you have used 3/4 of the page for 2-3 lines which are left over, you don't save environment there. There are multiple other CAPS projects. You can be a part of that. There you don't have to use your extra brains. Please don't write question 2B here in the fag end because the evaluator has to search. We don't want to make his life difficult. That is the whole objective. Are you understanding, everyone with me? So, sir, what should we do? Very simple. Every question can be in a new page, provided you've used at least 3/4 of the previous page. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, how should you write the question number, sir? How do we write answers? Insist you to keep your cameras on. 2A, 2B, 3D, 4A. Can I write like this? Don't play the games there with the evaluator. Keep his life easy. He will ensure that you get sufficient marks. Write everything in a sequential order. So, sir, I know 2A, 2B. I don't know 2C. I know 2D. All right. So, what will I do? Write 2A, 2B, 2C. You can leave it blank. Come back later and write down. Finish 2D. Are you understanding, everyone with me? All right. Now, another concern with students is I don't know 2C, sir. Should I spend half an hour thinking about what could be the answer? Don't do that. First, write down everything that you know in the first 1.5 hours. You have to get more than 60% of the marks in your hand. Are you with me, everyone? Because the moment you get first 1.5 hours, if you finish 45, 46 marks of paper, you will get that confidence that next 1.5 hours, I have to just get more than 80. My score in the first 1.5 hours, if I've written for 45 marks, at least I'll get 30. I'm talking about the worst or the best case. At least I'll get 30 in the first 1.5 hours. If I've written for 45 marks, bare minimum 30 milega. Everyone with me? Next 1.5 hours, my whole objective is to push this 30 towards 60, 70, 80. So your first 1.5 hours has to be the best answers that you know. Whatever you know, please finish it off in the first 1.5 hours. Understanding, everyone with me? All right. So this is about your answers that you're going to write and how you're going to write the answers. Next, no point in thinking now this faculty had asked us to do this, do that. You should have done, you didn't do, leave it. Now you don't sit and think about it. You should have done it. Now you've not done it. Is there any point in thinking about it? Answer is no. Please note, no superstitions, no nonsense. On the day of examination, don't carry any unnecessary beliefs. All right. You just go with a positive attitude that I will clear this paper and come back home. That's it. Whether my preparation was as good as a rank holder or whether my preparation was somebody who has just joined the examination now for the first time, I don't really care. My attitude has to be only one single thing. I will clear this paper and come back home. Clear, everyone with me? All right. Now we get into the technicals. For me, these gentle pointers are more important than everything else. Reason being, we forget this itself. Now, let's get started with the technicals. Sit straight, everyone, and listen to me very carefully. We have exactly 20 or 35 minutes, and I'm going to focus only on the technical aspects now. Sit straight and listen to me. Your paper is divided into two parts. 30 marks MCQ, 70 marks is going to be descriptive. Everyone with me? All right. Sit straight, put down all your pens, close your books, listen to me. That's it, nothing else. 30 marks MCQ, you have to get entire 30 on 30. Reason being, there nobody is going to see which point is correct, which point is wrong. There is nobody who is answering step by step. Are you with me? My objective has to be getting 30 on 30. Now, for 30 marks, will I get 30 MCQs? Answer is no. Your MCQs could be 1 marker, it could be 2 marker as well. With me, everyone understanding? Your MCQs need not be 1 marker only. It could be even a 2 marker. So please ensure I have to get this 30 on 30. The moment I get 30 on 30 in MCQ, all that I have to do, just for at least the initial thought would be for clearing the paper, I have to just get 10 out of 70. My objective is not to just clear paper. My objective is always 99. All right, 100 nobody will get. 99 is my objective. Even if you get 68, it's a good score. All right, you've got exemption. Now my point is 30 if I've already got an MCQ, my life is easier because I have to push in my theory in descriptive only to the extent of 10 or 15 marks for clearing the paper at least. That means my MCQs have to be strong. So that means I have to give enough time for my MCQs. How much time, sir, then? Shetty sir might have already planned it for you guys, how much time you give, when do you write MCQs and all of that. According to me, a 45 minutes, all right, or 50 minutes for MCQ would be a good time where you get enough time to get 30 marks. 45 minutes would be good time which you can give for your MCQ so that you have 2 hours, 15 minutes only to write the rest of the 70 marks. Now, when do you write the MCQ? That I will leave it to you. Shetty sir might have already discussed whether you write it at the inception, whether you write it later, whether you write it in the middle, all that sir might have already discussed. I'll not spend too much time there. But please ensure 30 marks I have to get. That is the only target. Now, how do we read MCQs? We have learned it during our classes as well. Don't read the entire MCQ at the first shot. No. What you will do is read the last sentence first and then read the entire question. I'm not asking you to skip reading the question. Huh? You have to read the entire question. But the approach is slightly different. I'll read the last sentence first and then I'll go to the entire question once for all. Read it completely after that. Objective, I know from what topic is this coming. Clear? Now, MCQ, will it be only from Companies Act or LLP? Answer is no. MCQ can be from any topic. So please ensure you don't leave chapters thinking that this will not come in examination. There's nothing of that sort, Sri Charan. All right. Next. Take calculators. Please ensure you carry your calculator. Sir, it's a theory paper. I know more than that. All right. But I still want you to carry calculator. Maintain your speed. Please don't come out of the exam hall and tell that I was not able to complete the examination paper. If you've done that, then it is a blunder. If you've not finished the paper, then it is a blunder. You have to finish the paper and come back home at any cost. And that will happen only if you're fast right from the first minute. You have to maintain your speed right from the first minute. It cannot be picked up in the last 45 minutes, 50 minutes. If you do that, you will not be able to complete the paper. Am I clear, everyone? All right. Now, last 1 or 2 points. Read the question carefully. Please read every question. Sir, I know the answer. Still read. Sir, it's a lengthy question. Read. There's no option. You will read every question because every time you read, you will realize that there is something new which has been there and which I had missed out in the first reading. I cannot take chance at this stage. A wrong question written is as good as you wasted time. Might as well just read it twice and then write it right. Am I clear there? All right. Please read the question twice and then attempt every question. Even if it is a one-liner or a one-pager, I don't care. You will have to read it twice. Sir, for MCQ also, 100% yes. Because MCQ 30 marks will be at stake if you go wrong in reading the question. Write the question number in the middle of the page. I'm very clear about this. You're not going to write in the left corner, right corner, in the bottoms, lefts, rights, nothing. Straight in the middle of the page. Question number and whatever your answer is. Clear so far, everyone? All right. Now, This was about what the paper is, how much are you going to write. Now we are going to discuss on two things. We are going to focus on extra attention points and RTP analysis. All right. What we'll do is we'll come to the RTP in some time. We'll first straight away jump into the technical discussion chapter wise. Sit straight, everyone, and listen to me. Insist you to keep your cameras on and listen to me very carefully. Sir, what are we going to do now? All important areas. All right. I have captured here. Now, sir, that means the questions will be asked only from here. Don't ask such stupid questions. If I knew the question paper, I wouldn't have taught for almost 6 months. I would have just directly given the question papers to you. I don't know the question paper. It is out of seeing the past trends, past question papers, past RTPs and MCQs that have been picked up. We have picked a few important areas which we will pay extra attention during our preparation. Sir, now first question in our mind is, sir, how to start? It's a voluminous subject. How to start? Listen to me very carefully. After every 3 chapters of Companies Act, Bhavna, 1 chapter of other laws. After every 3 chapters of Companies Act, 1 chapter of other laws. This approach was something that we had followed during classes. Now what can you do? 2 chapters. Tonight itself, you're going to finish it. Everyone with me? All right. 2 chapters. All my friends who are going to write day after tomorrow, listen to me very carefully. You're going to finish 2 chapters tonight. Sir, I'm tired. Take simple 2 chapters like General Clauses Act and Interpretation of Statute. There you cannot get tired because it's a simple topic. All right, there are no brainers, but these 2 simple topics are going to give you 10 to 12 marks in your examination. Bare minimum 10 to 12 marks. So please ensure before you sleep, you go through these topics very well. Then what do we do? Please note, then you pick up in the morning tomorrow. You start off with Companies Act. Bhavani, the moment I spoke about morning, you've already slept. Relax. Companies Act, you're going to pick, and tomorrow till 6 o'clock, you're going to read how much ever Companies Act is possible. Or maybe by tomorrow, 5 o'clock, how much ever Companies Act is possible, you read. All right, sir, what time in the morning? That I'll leave it to you. Don't ask me those kind of questions. I would prefer getting up at 6 and reading till 6, 12 hours, 12 chapters of Companies Act or 10 chapters of Companies Act. Good coverage. Easy to cover. Then what am I left with, sir? LLP, FEMA. LLP can be covered after 6 o'clock tomorrow. FEMA, freshly I will take on the day of examination. Nothing doing. What time is your examination? 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
1:30.
Yes. 1:45 in the afternoon? Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So let's suppose it is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Even if you get up at 10 to 12, 2 hours, good amount of preparation for FEMA is good. Am I clear, everyone? All right. So my strategy, if I were in your place, what I would have done is finish General Clauses Act and Interpretation of Statute tonight itself. Reason being very simple. I will be able to sleep peacefully, 10 to 15 marks in my hands. Tomorrow, 6 to 6, I am going to read only Companies Act and nothing else. Sir, just in case if I'm tired in between, revise those 2 chapters which you have read now once again in between tomorrow. Reason being very simple, other laws, 30 marks, those 3 chapters. You cannot afford losing it. Am I clear, everyone? 3 simple chapters, 30 marks at stake. I can't take a chance there. Tonight, you read those 2 chapters. Tomorrow, maybe after 6 chapter of Companies Act, revise it once again. Take General Clauses Act, revise it. After another 6 chapters of or 4 chapters of Companies Act, revise once again the other leftover chapters, and then continue with LLP tomorrow. Am I making sense, sir? But there's too much tomorrow. Let's get started now. All right. So, what are we going to do? Chapter wise, I'm going to take you through important topics. All right. Sit straight. Listen to me very carefully. First chapter, preliminary. I'm going to talk about Companies Act first. Preliminary section 1 and 2. Your focus areas are going to be on what are the important definitions. But am I going to cover the definitions right away when I'm reading chapter 1? Never have we approached that. Never have we taken up that approach. We will finish it as and when it comes in the subsequent chapters. If something is not coming in the subsequent chapters, then I will go and cover it later on. Not an issue. Clear, eh? Everyone with me? What else is there in chapter 1? Section 1 applicability. All right. Section 2 definitions, which is fine. Section 464 is one topic which is coming in your section chapter 1 itself. Ensure that you finish it then and there. Not more than 20 minutes only on chapter 1. There's nothing else there in this chapter. With me, everyone, I'm giving you with time how much time you could spend on each chapter. So listen to me. Next, chapter 2, incorporation of companies. I am expecting this topic and prospectus slightly important this time. All right. There could be good number of questions coming from these two topics. What are those two topics, sir? One is incorporation, the other one is prospectus. Could there be a reverse strategy? Answer is yes. According to me, these two chapters could be important. Now, what is important in each of these? Excuse me. Chapter 2, incorporation, OPC. What will happen if the number falls below 2 or 7? That is nothing but section 3A. All right. The moment I talk about the topics, you should be able to recall the answers as well. Parallelly. With me, everyone. Next, alteration of MO and AOA. Registered office. All right. Very, very important topic. Conversion of companies. Can you convert an OPC into section 8 company or section 8 company into OPC? All that you should know the answer. Don't give me the answers now. Illegal association. When will it become an illegal association? Can I commence the business immediately after receiving the certificate of incorporation? Answer is no. There are two declarations which have to be given. All right. Next, label and naming. Can subsidiary hold shares in the parent company? These are few certain important questions which are or important areas in this chapter. I repeat, I am talking about important areas. That means when you're preparing, you pay extra attention on these. The rest, can I skip? I am not told you to do that. You have to read that. When you're reading that, please ensure you pay extra attention on these topics. The rest you still have to read. Am I clear, everyone? Incorporation, not more than 40 minutes in the totality. All right. It's a very simple, small chapter till section 19. It gets over. Very, very critical. Next is your chapter 3, all right, which talks about, I'm sorry, till section 22 incorporation gets over. Chapter 3, prospectus. I am expecting questions from prospectus. Please pay attention when you're preparing for this topic. Now, what is important? Matters which are covered in the prospectus: general information, financial information, statutory information. What are the types of prospectus? Shelf prospectus, red herring prospectus, all right, and couple of other ones. Variation in the terms of contract. Deepa, I've issued the prospectus. Now, can I change the terms and terms of the contract? Law is very clear. If you want to do that, two things: exit offer, dissenting shareholders. Do you remember somewhere we would have discussed? All right. Next, commission on subscription of shares in debenture. How much is the commission? Can I give 5%, 2.5%? Check. Last topic, private placement. Very, very, very important topic. Private placement, section 42, who are included in the calculation of 200, who are included in the calculation of 50. You should know, all right, whether QIBs are included, FIIs are included, blah, 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 blah. Check that. All right. Next, chapter 4, share capital. My suggestion, take this up after you finish rest of the chapters. Am I asking you to skip it? Answer is no. But take it up only after you finish rest of the chapters. Why? This chapter you've already read in today's subject itself. Share capital, you might have already read in today's accounting paper. Theory, you would have already covered. Couple of sections already there. What you have not covered, you will be covering it here. What are the topics? Voting rights, variation in the shareholders' rights, issue of shares at discount. Can I issue or not? Preference shares, issue and redemption, transmission of securities, not transfer of securities. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. There is a lot of difference between transmission and transfer. Check, read what it is and go for it. Chapter 5 is your deposits. Critical topic, extra focus on 3 important things. What is not deposit? Second, what is an eligible public company? Third, what will be considered or how much can an eligible public company raise money? All right. 3 important topics. I want each one of you to know these 3 topics. That's it. Deposits is all about only this. Nothing else is relevant there. With me, everyone? So what is not deposit is a very, very critical topic. You should know what is not deposit when you're preparing for the examination. Clear? There are a lot of categories: central government giving it, foreign institution, from banks, intercompany borrowing. If I'm giving goods received in advance or money received in advance for goods to be given 365 days condition that I have, if it is capital goods, then there's some other condition. Look at it. You might not be able to recall everything. Chill. You have 1.5 days only for that. Next, registration of charges. In this, pay extra attention on what are the types of charges, floating charges, fixed charges. How will floating charges get crystallized into fixed charges? Next, what are the consequences of non-registration? Deepa, if I don't register, what will happen? All right. What is charge is a constructive notice. We've seen that. All right. That is another very important topic. Read that very carefully. Is rectification by central government? When can the order be given? This is something very simple covered in registration of charges. Guys, getting some confidence. Might not be able to recall everything, but relax. Whatever is important, we are paying attention right now to that. All right. Next, management and administration. Don't take up this chapter after lunch. Do it before lunch. I'm going to the extent of mentioning when you have to read each of the chapters. Reason being very simple. This chapter is heavy. This chapter requires attention. This chapter is big. This chapter is very important. Are you with me? All right. Register your management and administration is very, very critical. MCQs will usually be picked up from here. MCQs are usually picked up from here. With me, everyone. All right.
Yes,
so let's quickly look at it. What all are important in this? Registers of members. Foreign register, they have not asked questions in the recent past. That means there is a possibility this time we can expect something on foreign registers coming up. Next, beneficial holding and SBO, which is a significant beneficial holding. Next, there are case studies in your study material. If you've never opened it, all right, maybe tomorrow when you're preparing, at least spend half an hour on seeing those case studies in your study material. Important case studies. I have seen 1 or 2 question papers where they have taken case studies itself as a question. 4 marks. I, as a student, can't ask for anything better when I know it's there in my hands. Next, notice. What are notices? Special notice. In notice also clear days, 21 clear days and all that. All right. What will happen if the notice is not given? The entire meeting will be invalidated. If it is an incidental omission, accidental omission, intentional omission, what will happen? All right. Next, types of resolution: ordinary resolution, special resolution, and your unanimous resolution. What is important? Special resolution.
MGT 40.
Something will come along with it. So you have to remember that. All right. Brilliant. Whoever it was. Timelines and matters of AGM and EGM. When should an AGM be held? First time AGM and subsequent AGM. The timelines are different. So you have to remember that. Everyone with me? All right. Annual returns. So postal ballot. This time I'm expecting some questions around postal ballot. All right. When is a postal ballot required? When can it be ordered? This is a form of voting in which the postal ballot can be ordered only in a certain scenarios. I want you to know that. All right. Applicability of this provision on OPC to OPC, whatever is relevant. The next topic is declaration and payment of dividend. Everyone with me? Dividend, again, you cannot have a question paper without question from dividend. It is extremely important topic. What is important here? What are the sources of dividend? In case if I'm loss making, what will happen? Again, stories are different. If it is an interim dividend and if you have losses, how will you treat? If it is a final dividend and if you have losses, what will you do? Both are separate topics, huh? Important, and the answers are also different. So pay attention when you're preparing. What are the conditions for paying dividend out of the accumulated profits? That is nothing but in case of losses. Difference between interim and final dividend. There is a chart which we have seen. Right from declaring dividend till reaching IEPF. There is a detailed chart, transferring it to scheduled bank account, transferring it to specified bank account. Then there is an unpaid dividend account. From unpaid dividend account, it goes to IEPF for 7 years. If this happens, then shares will also be transferred. Somewhere we have learned. Do you remember? All right. So this chart is important. Pay extra attention on for unpaid dividend account. All right. What is unpaid dividend account? How does it operate? Accounts of companies. This you've already covered in today's examination itself. All right. You have annual accounts in your syllabus where you might have already come across a couple of sections. I will quickly take you through once again. Change in place of keeping registered office. If I want to keep the books of account at a place other than the registered office, how do I do so? Next, consolidated financial statement. What are the exemptions? There are exemptions in preparing consolidated financial statement. When will those exemptions come into picture? There in the session or sleepy?
There, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I get a little energy?
There, sir.
Yes,
Next, there are two important sections which you will come across: voluntary revision of books of account and reopening of books of account based on the tribunal's order. All right, two different sections, important topic. 130 and 131. I want each one of you to know what each of those topics are. CSR. There have been a lot of questions on CSR. I want you to know what is CSR all about. All right. What are the conditions? There is an amendment which is not applicable to you guys. I repeat, there is an amendment which is not applicable to you guys. We have not discussed, neither you know about it, so chill. Next, internal audit applicability, ILCD 200, 150, 25. You should remember that. Board's report section 134. In that, I want you to remember specifically director's responsibility statement. All right. Section 134, subsection 5, which deals with your director's responsibility statement, DRS. Critical. In one of the exams I saw, they've asked a simple question and nobody were able to answer, or majority of them were not able to answer. Question was, who's going to sign the board's report? Stumped. Look at your faces. All right. Those who are attending session now, all right, whose ongoing batches, still you guys are stumped. God alone can save you guys. Please note, these kind of basics are important. Pay extra focus when you're preparing for examination. Audit and auditors. All right. Simple topic, but very critical topic. Appointment of auditors, removal of auditors. Storylines are different for first and subsequent auditors, so pay extra attention. How can a first auditor be appointed? How can he be removed? Subsequent auditors, how can be appointed and removed? Qualification, disqualification. What is very critical is services which an auditor cannot render. All right. This chapter as such is overly important in auditing, goes unsaid. But at the same time, is it important in your law? 100% yes. Last topic, which majority of the students have skipped in the last attempt. I don't know why would somebody do this. Companies incorporated outside India is hardly 10 pages. There were 6 marks question asked only from companies incorporated outside India. Missed. Those who didn't prepare, whoever didn't prepare had missed this 6 marks. Don't do this mistake, huh? What are those important topics? Definition of foreign company, applicability of the act, accounts, Indian depository receipts and registration of prospectus. Very simple topic, nothing high funda. All right. There are a few amendments in your attempt for, luckily, fortunately, there is only one amendment which they have released on the ICAI's website, which is also a form. All right. A procedural amendment. There is nothing significant there. Apart from that, there are no significant amendments. Small company definition has been updated. I repeat, small company definition has been amended, but this has not been updated in your RTPs as well as in your amendment material. I repeat, small company definition has undergone a change. The limit was 4 crores, 40 crores. Do you agree? Yes, that has been revised, but that is not reflecting in your RTP, nor it is reflecting in your amendment material. That means what is relevant for you? 4 crores and 40 crores. Clear, everyone? Understood the point? Yes. So this is about your, and what is the revised limit? 10 crores and 100 crores. They've updated the limit to 10 crores and 100 crores. It's good to know. But for you, what is relevant is 4 crores and 40 crores itself. Clear, everyone? Understood the point? All right. Next. Now, LLP. I was just going through the RTP of, I'm sorry, the question paper of last attempt. 10 marks from LLP. My friends, last attempt itself, or last session itself, when I was doing the R2C for our friends, I'd shown it to you guys. 10 marks in last attempt, the questions were from LLP. So can you ignore this chapter? I'll leave it to you. All right. Is this a part of the 30 marks? No, this is a part of the 70 marks itself. So your 70 marks has Companies Act as well as LLP. Please pay attention to LLP. It's a very, very important topic. Tomorrow evening after 6 o'clock, how much ever you've done Companies Act, I don't care. 6 o'clock to 7:30, 1.5 hours only on LLP. Nothing doing. 1.5 hours only on LLP. Am I loud and clear? With me, everyone? All right, guys. I have given you time-wise how much time you have to go ahead, prepare for each of the chapters. This is more of my thought process. If you think, no, sir, I need some more time, I need less time, it's your flexible plans, you plan it. But what I have told as a student is something that I would have done. Coming to other laws now. Sit straight. I would have read one chapter less in Companies Act. I'm okay with it. Ideally, you should not do that. I'm talking about in a situation where I'm running short of time. I've not read at all Companies Act, or I've missed out 2-3 chapters of Companies Act. I would to an extent be okay, but in next 1.5 days, I want you to revise other laws twice. Today, you will finish it once. Tomorrow, between 6 chapters of Companies Act, once again, you will take one chapter today, which you're reading. And after 4 chapters of Companies Act, again, you will take one chapter of Companies Act or other laws and revise it. I want each one of you to revise twice the 2 chapters which you're going to read today. Are you with me? All right. So what are those 2 chapters? Interpretation of statute and General Clauses Act. What is General Clauses Act and what are the important areas? Sit straight and listen to me. Objective. What is the objective of a General Clauses Act? There are definitions in General Clauses Act. Example, oath, good faith, affidavit, preamble. These have been asked for short note. Straight, simple. Write a short note on preamble, 4 marks. Write a short note on affidavit, 4 marks. Easy to score. But the problem is, their expectation is answer has to be verbatim from the study material. There's no exception to it. So you will have to pay attention when you're, that's exactly why I'm asking you to read it now, and tomorrow you revise it once again. That's the whole objective. That's why I want you to read this. All right. Important definitions are there. Good faith is an important topic. Rules of construction, primary rules, secondary rules. All right. Secondary rules are equally important. Don't ignore that. There in the last but one attempt, there was a question on expositio contemporaneous. All right. There was one question on nociter resources. There was one question on notwithstanding and without prejudice and subject to. These are all important topics. Please ensure that you look at those topics once again. All right. Very critical. Computation of the time. How do you compute time? From has to be excluded, to has to be included, date, distance, one mistake, 2 penalties, provisions that you're going to read, servicing by post. I've told you time and again, there is one topic again in Companies Act also, which is dealing with servicing by post. There is one topic under General Clauses Act. Either of these will be there in your examination. According to me, either of these will be there in your examination. So please prepare well. Service by post, how to send post. Last topic, which I'm expecting this time, is reference to repealed enactments. Why? Income Tax Act has got repealed. All right. So now we will have Income Tax Act 2025. Income Tax Act 1961 has been repealed. So there is a possibility that they will talk about repealed enactments, revival of repealed enactments. All these can come in examination. I repeat, there is a reason why this can come in examination, because Income Tax Act 2025 is going to replace your Income Tax Act 1961. So they might want to test whether you know what is repeal, revival of repeal, and references to repealed enactment. Understood? Everyone? Clear? Got the logic? All right. Next. Chapter 2, interpretation of statute, primary and secondary rules. What are the types of rules? I want you to remember that. Internal aids. There are internal aids. What is a long title, short title, marginal notes? What is a preamble? What is, a proviso? What is going to be an explanation? Very, very important. I'm telling you, these 2 chapters are easiest chapters in your entire syllabus. Please bank on this. 10 to 15 marks in your hands. Clear, everyone? Now comes the last topic, which is FEMA. FEMA, what I've observed in the recent past trend. All right, guys, we've done our part of analysis. When we are sitting with you guys, it's not that out of blue somebody has made a presentation and sitting out of blue to discuss the same topic. No, we do our analysis, and that's why we are here this time. FEMA this time, what are the recent trends? We are going to look at that. Pay attention. Listen to me very carefully. Applicability of FEMA is fine. Definition of persons. Listen to me very carefully. Person resident in India and exceptions to that resident. Person resident outside India and exceptions to that. very, very important topic. Residential status is going to be a very important topic in FEMA. With me, everyone, understanding? Next thing, my friends from the current batch, don't worry. I haven't even picked this topic yet for your syllabus, so relax. All right. My friends who are going to write the examination day after tomorrow, listen to me. Next, you have LRS. In the last attempt, there was a question on LRS. All right, liberalized remittance scheme. There was a question on this. So is it an important topic? Yes, because there is a limit which is being given there. All right, $250,000. So when will that limit come into picture? Is it applicable to everyone? All of that LRS is covered there. Third important topic is capital account transaction and current account transaction. You will come across these two transactions. All right, capital account transaction, current account transaction. Read that carefully. This is the third important topic. Fourth, very, very important topic. What are those transactions which are freely permissible? So if you remember, we had learned your transactions are classified under three buckets. One, prohibited. Second, freely freely permissible. Third, allowed with the approval of RBI. All right. So now here, what could be important is freely permissible. What are those transactions? You will have to pay attention. So far clear, everyone? All right. So we've spent 30 minutes only on the technicals. Once again, I'm going to take another minute to quickly take you through how you are going to schedule your calendar. Today, it's 9 o'clock. I am tired. I'm exhausted. For another 5-10 days, even if you're exhausted, it's absolutely fine. Push yourself a little more. Two simple chapters: interpretation of statute, General Clauses Act. At any cost, I'm going to finish half of an hour, not more than that. Half an hour is what each of these topics will take, or maximum 45 minutes. By 10:30 after the session, even if you want to take a 15 minutes break, by 11 o'clock, you'll be able to wrap up both the chapters and sleep peacefully. Tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, till evening 6 o'clock, I do only Companies Act. In between, whenever I'm taking a break, my break is not going and seeing Instagram reels. My break is going to go back and revise whatever I've discussed or read today. Pick General Clauses Act once again, revise. Pick interpretation of statute once again, revise. This revision also has to happen between 6 to 6 itself. After 6 o'clock, how much ever you have covered in your Companies Act, put a full stop. You're not going to continue with Companies Act any further. Sir, I've covered only 4 chapters. I've covered only 6 chapters. I don't care. Full stop. 6:30 to 8, I am going to sit and study only LLP. 1.5 hours. Honestly going to spend on LLP. Sir, after 8:30, now you pick again Companies Act, whatever chapters were left over. I'm okay with it. Day after tomorrow morning, I am going to get up fresh at 6, 7. All right. Even if I get up at 7, 7 to 11, I have 4 hours, 2 hours for FEMA, 2 hours once again revising those 2 chapters which I've done today. Objective is very simple. 30 marks at any cost have to be there in my pocket. I cannot lose one single mark there. Clear, everyone understood the point? Now I will take another 5 minutes. All right, if that's okay with you, not even 5 minutes. I'll quickly take another 2-3 minutes on something else which has been lined up. Other important topics which I have categorized. This is something which I have made based on all the RTPs and your question papers. Important topics. OPC and small company, important topic. Interim dividend is an important topic. All right. These are prepared based on examination MCQs. All right. There has been a question on dividend and independent director and CSR. Independent director is not relevant. Rather, it will be an auditor. Dividend internal auditor. All right. Section 8 company and section 127. So there was one question only on these 4 subtopic MCQs. Registered office, deposit charge, and AGM notice. AGM, deposit charge, chairman. So what am I doing here? These are the case studies which have been asked in couple of examinations in the past. What do we do with this information, sir? This information is just to help you plan important topics when you're preparing for Companies Act. With me, everyone, from where case studies have been asked in the past, this is a compilation of that information. That's it. Next, AGM deposit and charges. There was one attempt where they've asked the questions on registered office being shifted, debenture and debenture issue and redemption, loans granted for acquisition of shares. Maximum number of people 200, private placement penalty, how much is it is. So if you see, all of these are case studies which have compiled from various sources, and these are the case studies which have been asked in the past. important topics. Understanding? So when you're preparing, pay extra attention on these topics because these could be case studies in your examination as well. Analysis of CA inter suggested answer. This is something which has been done for the first time. All right, this was not done in any of our past examinations as a document. We would have covered it as a part of our analysis as verbally, but we have not prepared a document. For the first time, it has been prepared by the CAPS team. Listen to me very carefully. What is this document, sir? September 25. What all questions have been asked? They've compiled it. All right. If you see, for 4 to 5 attempts, they've compiled the questions. And if you see, the pattern is almost the same. Are you understanding, everyone with me? All right. If you see, pattern is same. Now, there are two things which I can derive out of it. One, they could continue something similar. If not, at least those topics are important. Are you with me? Everyone understanding? All right. So if you see casual vacancy, every time 1B is dealing with your auditors itself. All right. Every time there is one on the auditors itself, except for May 24. C, every time there is a question only on FEMA. 1C, which is nothing but your question, descriptive question. Every time there is a question only on FEMA. 2A, if you see, majority of the questions in the last 2 attempts, of course, have been only on deposits. B, prospectus and deposits. Only these 2 topics are being picked up for your B. C, General Clauses Act, fixed. What are we trying to say? Please use this document. We have, or rather CAPS team in general has put a lot of efforts in compiling this. It would have taken a lot of time. Use this to your benefit. Understand what is the pattern. Half the question paper prediction is possible with this. How far it is true, we don't know. We are not saints. All right, we don't know what will happen, but at least we can gauge what are the important topics. Are you able to understand what we are talking about? Everyone has this material with you? Yes. Has this been circulated? No? Yes, no. Can I hear some from you?
No, sir. R2R, I'm not sure it's not received.
All right, fair enough. I'll check with the CAPS team. If possible, that will be circulated immediately with you guys.
Yes.
All right. So that is about your R2R. In R2R, of course, we have covered for all the questions that have been asked in the past. A compilation has been done, a beautiful compilation where you will see simple topics and what is the importance of those. Example, when I talk about General Clauses Act itself, if you see September 25 attempt, General Clauses Act, just look at the importance of the topic. All right, interpretation of statute, 4 marks. General interpretation of statute, another 4 marks, 8. General Clauses Act, 4 marks, 12. All right. So if you realize 12 marks from these 2 chapters. Clear? Eh? Yes. Sir, what else is there for us? That's it. RTPs and the previous examination questions have been lined up here. With this, I hope I've done justice to the hour that we have spent. All right. We've covered as much as possible. I believe personally, each one of you have enough caliber to use the 1.5 day in your favor, and each one of you will come out with flying colors. It's only up to you that you start trusting your efforts. Sir, I've never studied at all. Study for the next 1.5 day. You never know, you might clear. All right. I remember writing one of my law exams without, I thought it is criminal law, and I went and saw that it is actually a civil procedure code. All right. A completely different subject itself. I still wrote. God's grace, I cleared it. At times, you don't know, being calm is going to help you so much. It's not that I didn't know anything else to write. I knew the subject enough to write the answers. That's exactly what your situation is also. You know the subject enough. You've been there in the sessions. You've been honest. You will clear. All right. Start telling yourself and put in the efforts. Go with the mindset. Everything is going to be sorted. All right. With this, guys, wishing you best. All right. After your paper, please dispose the question paper then and there. If somebody is asking you how is the paper, you know the answer. If somebody is asking you, can you evaluate and give it to me? Tell them come after results. With this, I wrap up. Thank you so much and have a nice day, guys.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Sir, bye, sir.
Hold on. Income tax. All right. R2R. will be at 8:30 on Thursday. All right, just allow me a second. Just allow me a second. Let me confirm it once again for you guys. 8, yes. So income tax will be from 8 to 9:30 on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
8 to 9:30 on Thursday. All right, 1.5 hour.
Yes,
So
sir.
all the very best. And each one of you, see you guys soon at the pass out meet. All right. Rest of you, see you in the morning. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.